Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Changing Tides. Don't really need to go much into it, so let's just get straight into it. So, this part, as I mentioned the last time, a preview, I got myself not only a rowboat, but I got myself a barrel, and there was no one else around me, so I didn't have any fear that somebody would blow me up. In theory, that was at least in theory. I didn't know. I didn't know for sure that was going to be the case, but at least in theory, I wasn't going to have anybody blow me up. But, as you can see, I sorry, turned my head for a second, so everything was going fine. I was going to go to my ship, but then I ran right into the dock. And, I was trying to back up, figure if I could back up, I could at least get around, but for some reason, I couldn't back up. So I come up with this brilliant idea. Where I'm like, well, if I put the gunpowder barrel away, far enough away from my rowboat that when I explode it, it shouldn't destroy it, right? Oh, I think at that point I was just trying to. Okay, hang on, wasn't at that point yet. Okay, so right here I'm trying to push the rowboat away. For whatever reason, I couldn't push it. Now, might have been the problem is that I had a barrel in my hand, and so, which kind of makes sense that I couldn't push it. But either way, it was stuck. There's really nothing I could do. So, like I said, I come up with a great idea. Yeah, sitting in the seat wasn't going to help. So I come up with a great idea to just, put, put the barrel there. And I figure that if I shoot it, I could definitely knock it loose, and then hopefully I could fix it fast enough before it sinks. Shouldn't take that long, That was at least my theory. So somehow I missed it. I don't know how I did, but there. Now I thought, yeah, I got time to fix it. It won't take long. Nope. It is under the water. It sank in about 2 seconds, and adding... Have aboard! Have aboard! Have aboard, I say! Have aboard! Now, my magical board wasn't going to fix it like last time. No, it was sunk. It was gone. There's nothing I could do. I did notice there's a couple mermaid statue things I probably could attack and got a thing for, but I was a little more worried about the fact that my rowboat, that I went through so much trouble to get, is now under the water. And I seriously thought I could still fix it, though. I could rope it up the chest, but there wasn't much, and then apparently I started drowning really quick. Oh, no, that probably was those two things I mentioned, the two mermaid things. And here's me flying over. Oh, yeah. So this is me trying to get some practice fighting against the skeleton crew. And I know the audio's all over too, because there's sometimes when the audio's really loud and then the audio's really quiet, and I don't really get it how that works, but it's just the way it works sometimes. So either way, so this is me getting on the ship, and we are planning on trying to take care of these pirates once and for all. Seeing if I can sink them by just throwing enough fire. It isn't working the way I thought it would. These had been regular pirates, I probably could have killed them really quick. Although now I'm still under the impression at this point. Oh yeah, I just used the bone collar right there. So you see those two white pirates that are different from the other pirates? The white. Okay, not white pirates. Sorry, I'm getting a little lost. Let's go back. Okay. So right here, I'm using the explosives. Because I'm thinking maybe fire might destroy these kind of skeletons. Then I use the bone collar that summons my own good skeletons that'll fight for me. So, but unfortunately, they're not doing as good of a job as I thought they'd do. I thought they'd just virtually obliterate everybody. But now they're all standing and they're gone. And okay, yeah, see, now I'm attacking him because I'm thinking he's just some random one that shouldn't be here, and I didn't realize that he was one of my skeletons. So, that figures. Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know why I did that. But either way, we're still making progress. We're going to be able to take these guys out once and for all. So, See if we can. See if we can. And then again, like I said, I'm under the impression that if I take out this captain, if I take out, you know, take out the captain, if I take out the other, if I take out all the skeletons, then the ship will sink and I'll win. Unfortunately, what I fail to realize is I think that they just kind of respawn. Like, no matter what. That doesn't really work. Like, you can take them all out all you want, but they just keep coming back. You know, because now I got enough. I got 2 pineapples. I got enough food, but they just seem to keep coming back. And for all it knows, maybe there's 10 or 20. But, yeah, there's just... I honestly think they respawn. I think they just keep coming in. They're just like endless waves. So it really doesn't matter what you do. They're just gonna keep coming. So my method of just getting on the ship and just fighting them until I eliminate them all isn't really working. And this is important because when I take on the when I take on the burning blade again, I try that same stunt, and you'll see it just doesn't work. And I think I'm actually going to do that one with my friends and try to just have them basically voice the guys, and especially the captains, because you'll see like 3 or 4 different captains show up, and the captains, and I just want to be the captains, just be like, how do you guys keep being so many captains? Oh, we actually go through a really quick educational program. Yeah, all you have to do is say, "Arr!" and we're a pirate. So, yeah. Well, basically the question would be like, ask the question. Basically the question would be like, oh, how do you become captain? Oh, it's simple. You just say, "Arr!" and you're a captain. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said a minute ago. Here's me going against... Oh, okay. Now I remember what happens. So... As you see, my ship is currently being attacked, and I'm just gonna let it sink. So this is me going up against what I believe is a fortress. This is like a gold fortress or some sort of kind of fortress, a skeleton fort. Well, that's what it is, a skeleton fortress. Which means I'm gonna now face against waves of different kind of skeletons. Instead of just being like, you know, just the one kind of skeleton, now there's gonna be like, there's like 5 or 10 waves, maybe 15 waves. There's a lot of waves of several different kinds of skeletons. So it really makes this cool, like, interesting experience of like, okay, well, how will you fight against these skeletons? How are you gonna take on the skeletons? You know, how are you gonna take out... You know, you got these skeletons here, and you got a different kind. How do you take on? It's a really cool challenge, and it'd be really cool in PvE on safer seas. But I'm on high seas doing this, and that becomes a problem later on, as you'll see. Hang on, let me check something up. You guys just enjoy the fighting. I will be right back. I'm back. Sorry, somebody was at the door. Anyways, so, like I said, I'm still facing off against these skeletons. This is the first time I tried doing so. And, like I said, I thought, again, just like with the skeleton ship, I thought that there was only one kind of skeletons you have to fight. And once you defeat that many skeletons, bam, you own the fort. That's what I at least thought was going to happen. So, but, like I said, that's what I at least thought was going to happen. Sorry, I got a message. That's what I at least, but that's not what happened. That was actually a pretty cool shot, tell you the truth. Just the one, and I took out like 3 or 4 of them. And so at this point, I think I'm doing really good. It's like, I'm going to get rid of all these skeletons really quick. This will be easy, you know? And because all I'm fighting right now is maybe some guys with knives and maybe some guys with blunderbusses. And I know how to fight that. But in a few seconds, one is going to throw me off completely. Yes, the one that has a barrel. I was not ready for a gunpowder barrel skeleton. That was not what I was ready for. And he got me. That was deed. I just was not ready for that. And so we're back, heading back to the same place But this time I have a plan. My plan is I'm going to park my ship on the other side of this rock, just out of the range of them shooting. So we're going to park our ship right here, and hopefully go down and fix any holes. I didn't see any holes at the time. So, like I said, we park our ship right here, and then we'll jump out. It would have been a good idea of me just take my rowboat at least. And then we're back here on the skeleton fort, now taking on shadow skeletons. And this is where I'm starting to realize that, okay, I'm not just going to take on one kind of skeleton here. I'm going to take on multiple kind of skeletons. And so it's, like I said, it's wave after wave, which would make really interesting challenge for a single player experience. But, like I said, I'm on high seas, and again, that's going to be a problem in a couple of minutes. And as you notice, the graphics did seem to change a little there. Like I said, that's because I didn't have my OBS settings up to par yet, and so it's basically gonna still, even though I had it set to record in 180, it's still gonna look like 360. I did figure that out. I did, like I said, figure out how to do the settings, but unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So here we are, and now I'm facing invisible night skeletons or something. Oh yeah, these skeletons can only be like damaged during the daylight, and I didn't realize that. So I'm trying to fight them, and it's obviously not working because right now they are invulnerable at night. Once the light comes, you can attack them, but before that, you can't. But I'm thinking maybe there might be a way around it or something. So oh yeah, yeah, a firebomb. A firebomb would certainly work. You know, firebombs equals light, right? All right. Okay, so what's a chest of rage? I actually just read that. What is chest of rage? I kind of want to see a chest of rage now. But either way, this is obviously not working. For some reason, I'm not getting that effect. But you also got to remember, too, that most of this point I'm playing, it's probably like 2, 3 a.m. at night. Oh, and there's another thing. This is what I've been alluding to so far. Now, remember I said I'm playing on high seas? This is where it becomes problematic. Because now, I got a ship out there, and there's another player, and I'm just waiting for him to attack. He's not attacking. I bet you what he just did is sunk my ship. He probably just sunk my ship, and that's why... Yeah, I just saw my robot. I never noticed that before, but yeah, there's my robots. I accidentally turned caps on, and now I'm waiting for him to show up, and I'm just like... I actually taunted him for some reason. I have no idea why I did that, but yeah. Now I realize he is sending my way. It's a ship being captained by that guy. But either way, yeah, they're heading this way. And it's just like, I'm trying to face off against skeletons. I don't realize I don't even have a ship at this point. My ship has sunk. That was my rowboat I saw bouncing in the water, which actually bounced pretty high. So, but at this point, I'm like, I don't care. You know, I'll be fine. They'll be going off doing something. They sunk my ship. What's the worst that could happen? And, of course, now they're actually starting to bomb. They're starting to bomb me because they're more interested in taking out me than taking out the actual skeletons. They don't care about that. And anyway, so, but like I said, my focus right now is just taking on the skeletons. I figure that I don't have to worry about them. Because I figured they'd leave me alone. They sunk my ship. You know, what else can they do? But they are very persistent. I don't know why I didn't think they would come. And also, if you listen very closely, I think it's happening already. You know, because I'm seeing this guy. He's just... Oh yeah, this must have been a crew of at least 2 or 3 people. Because there's one guy steering the ship, another guy looking up there in the front, and there's another guy. Where's the other guy, though? There has to be another guy. He's got to be around here somewhere. But anyways, here's my focus. So, you know, if you listen closely, you've actually heard a couple skeletons die. So, which means he's on the island somewhere with me. I don't know where he is, but he's on the island somewhere with me. I get some more health. We head back. Try taking this guy out. Because again, I don't realize the guy's actually on this island. I just think they're just around me shooting at me because they're just a-holes and they won't leave me alone and just let me take on this. Or even help me take out these skeletons. And then maybe they could talk to me like, hey, you know, maybe they could threaten me or something, be like, you leave or we'll kill you or something like that. But instead of that, they just show up, they attack. You know, I'm trying to focus on taking on the skeleton fort because I'm actually kind of really having the time of my life doing it. Like, this is really fun. This is a really interesting challenge. Oh yeah, right there. Right there, you hear all the skeletons die, and I'm like, I should have took that as like, oh, there's somebody here, and then went back to my ship, even though I don't have a ship, and, but I still think I'm okay. You know, I still think I'm okay. Now we're facing off against gold skeletons, so we'll rust in water or we'll make them vulnerable to gunfire. So, oh, so, okay, I just realized to take out those gold skeletons, I probably should just throw them water on them. Oh, okay. But now I'm being attacked by something. Uh-oh, that's no skeleton. That's a really intelligent player that just killed me. Or at least a really powerful player. Either way, I'm dead. And that's a banisher of the... Yeah, he... So yeah, I basically just sat there and waited for him to kill me at this point. He just took me out in like 2 seconds. Oh yeah, it's season 13. Okay. Now we know what season it was, at least. So, it was season 13, and season 13 is when they introduced, you know, this thing, the burning blade. So, but anyways, the reason I showed that that title screen there is just to show that we're starting over again, taking on the burning flame, which this time I'm gonna be ready for, because this time I'm going to bring the ammo, I'm going to bring the food, I'm going to be completely ready to take on the burning blade this time. There will be nothing standing in my way from this burning blade. But in the meantime, we'll just slowly sail. I thought I was heading toward... Oh yeah, you can see right around the corner there. See, right around the corner... You can tell, you don't even need a map to tell where the burning blade is, because it's literally just has swirls that go into the sky anyways. So, all you have to do is head towards those swirls and you'll run into the burning blade. Although it's a lot easier to see on the map, so I would recommend doing that. And here we are, round 2 against the burning blade. So, like I said, I realized that trying to take him off in a sea battle wouldn't probably work. So, my better option would be to try to just get on the ship. If I can get on the ship and I have enough health and I'm all set to go, then I'll be ready to go. And you gotta remember too, this is like in this session, I'm probably at least a couple hours in playing. So it's not, I'm actually a little tired too. But I am also a little more prepared. I know I have enough fuel, I know I have enough, or not enough fuel, I know I have enough food, I know I have enough ammo, and I am ready to attack them this time. Because I'm still under the impression that if I get on the ship and I just kill every single skeleton, then I can go ahead and go ahead and take the ship for myself. I still think that's how it works. It's not the way it works, but I'm still like 100% convinced that it's going to work that way. So, and as you can see, I know my ship's damaged, but I don't care about fixing it because I just know what I need to do is just get on the ship. That's all that matters is I get on the ship. So, I tried harpooning it, as you can see, but that obviously didn't work, so now I'm going to just try seeing if I can swim on the ship. Which is still possible. Might be possible. But I forgot how fast the burning blade is, and I also forgot how damaged my ship was, and now my ship is completely underwater. I thought I could just turn on so I'll get back to my ship real quick. In fact, let's just do it like that, yeah. So, I'm like, I can get on my ship, because even if this doesn't work, I can get on my ship, right? So we'll go ahead, we're gonna just get on this real quick. Oh crap, they're really fast. I don't think I'm gonna be able to swim. Well, we'll just go back and get on our ship. Oh, our ship's underwater already. Wow. Guess I should have saw that coming, though. I wasn't fixing it at all. I was literally just like, hey, let's keep going. So now we'll go. So now, not only is the burning blade getting away, but it's also my ship's currently going underwater. So either way, this is another failure. A failure on my part. So here we are, round 6. We're taking on the burning blade again. And I want to say, this is the point where I actually did some research on the burning blade. I looked into like how you actually become the captain of the burning blade. And I realized that it's not just about like fire. No, wait. No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I think this is the one where I managed to get back on it, and I tried fighting my way through again like I did with that skeleton ship. Which is, again, was the thing I've been doing so far when I realized now the better way to do it is just to try to sink them. Or to get water on the ship or something. Which is a way to do it, because I don't think skeletons, if I remember correctly from what I read, skeletons can't bail water. So your best option would actually be to get on a skeleton ship would just be try to get on that skeleton ship and try to sink and just keep throwing water on it until they sink. So, oh, and I wonder too if they got the water things. If I could, I've been finding these skeleton ships the wrong way this whole time. Oh, I realize now that if skeleton ships can't bail water, then the easiest way to sink a skeleton ship was just to get on the skeleton ship, and so like once I can get on the skeleton ship, then I can just get to like their water barrel, just take the water and get water out, and just keep dumping water in until they sink. In theory, I don't know, but I kind of want to test that theory now. But either way, we're passing there, but more importantly, we're about to take on the burning blade for round 3. I'm pretty sure after this one, for sure, is where I'm finally, like, do some research. You know, after failing 3 times, I finally do some research and be like, oh, this is what I'm doing wrong, and this is why I keep sinking every 5 seconds. It's because I'm trying to defeat the number of skeletons on the ship, which is not the way you get the ship at all. But, unfortunately, like I said, it's not my point. I'm pretty sure I skip ahead in a second. I want to say I do. Let's go for 30 seconds, see what happens. Oh. Okay, so here we are. We're still heading off against the, but you know what? Let's just skip ahead to where actually we're fighting it. Okay, well, actually, no. Where were we? Okay, we're almost there. Alright. This is about where we were. We'll just start over here. I never should have left. We should have just kept going from this point. But either way, so the thing I want to point out to is notice the time of day right now. Okay? It's currently night. Maybe going early morning. But right now there's definitely night for sure. And so I'm chasing him at night. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to do what I can to at least like get their attention. But they are really freaking fast. Like supersonic speed. I can't just keep. I'm trying to catch up with them, but and as long as I keep them sights, I know my goal isn't like to try to outrun them at all. My goal is more like when they try to take a turn, they'll slowly lose speed, and my idea is to try to like kind of intercept them at that point. Which, if you go back a little bit, you'll see that that's exactly what I do in a few minutes. But as you can see, like, I'm right on their tail, though. Like, and then we got this guy who I don't know why isn't even trying to take on the burning blade, but whatever. It's like he could have the burning blade, and once you have the burning blade, you're pretty much unstoppable on the seas. But anyway, so now it's daytime. I want to say this is the one where I just crashed the ship. Pretty sure this is the one. Yeah. They're still getting away. I'm still trying to get this within a... yeah, actually, that would have been a better idea. Just use that. So I come up with the idea of... Alright, so now, yeah, now we got their attention at least. Sorry, like I said, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened before it happened. So, or before it happens, I'm trying to remember, like, okay, did I attack here? Did I attack there? So I'm pretty sure at this point, this is where I just get into the cannon and just shoot myself over there. Whee! Now the real question is, do I grab onto it? And nope, they got away. Got away. I'll get back to my ship eventually. It's like, where's the mermaid? That's what I'm looking for around now, is for the mermaid. Which I think I am. Oh yeah, my ship's going towards the ship's going towards a rock. I can't do a thing about it. Ah, there's the mermaid. Actually, I think we saw the mermaid back there, and it didn't. But I didn't see it at the time. So, all right, so we're back on our ship. I haven't done much damage, but okay, the rock's over there, and we got the burning blade. It's about to set us on fire. It doesn't matter because this time I'm trying to catch on to him. If I can go really quick, if I can just manage to get to the right spot, aha, we're up. Alright, so now we're going to try taking on the swords. Well, actually, no. He had blunderbuss, that was a gun. So the guns are blazing away. Just go up there, find it like a choke point, and just see if I can just defeat them. If I defeat all the skeletons, we know that definitely got to work. Where if I defeat all the skeletons, then I will be able to control the burning blade. That has to be the way it's going to work. And now I have more than enough health to do it. So, but I just keep seeing skeleton after skeleton after skeleton come. But I'm like, I'm not too worried. And actually, we'll get to that point in a second, where I all of a sudden realize that, okay, wait a minute. It's like, I'm actually doing really good. I got health, but they're not stopping. They just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. So, but I'm trying to be a little more smart this time. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm trying to keep him in a choke point. Try to avoid getting hit as much as I can. Because I know that and you see, yeah, here we are, Captain of the Burning Blade 2. It's like, we seriously just sank the Captain of the Burning Blade, and he showed right back up. I'm Captain of the Burning Blade. And now he's... Now we got this guy again. So, at this point, so I've vanquished 2 skeleton captains, and at this point I'm wondering, why am I not in charge of the ship yet? I vanquished not 1 but 2 skeleton captains, but I'm still facing off against the skeletons. I'm like, when is this gonna end? How many of these things do I actually gotta beat in order to be able to be the captain of the ship? I mean, because it doesn't make much sense to me. I got a message, but I'll read it as soon as this part's over. And so there's another. I'm like, do I gotta press here? Do I gotta vote to being captain of the ship? Because maybe I would have read something about, voting to being the captain of the Burning Blade yet, but I just hadn't figured it out. So I don't know. I don't know really what I was thinking. I was like I said, I was still at this point I was so set on the idea that you have to defeat every skeleton on the ship, you are now captain of the Burning Blade. And we're also facing off against yet another captain. So this is the 3rd captain of the Burning Blade I just defeated. And at this point, I didn't really care about living much, because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. How many of these guys do I have to defeat? Because they just keep coming and coming and coming. They're like the Energizer skeletons or something like that. They're just not stopping. It's driving me crazy. And then I died. Use this time. And then... Okay, I don't know why this suddenly stopped, but we'll come back to that in a second. I know where it is. So I just got a message. anyways, let's get back to where we were. I probably should have checked that, but let's see. Oh no, wait, no, we can spoiler. But okay, so I think, yeah. So this is right where we were, and I know the quality might have dropped a little bit, but like I said, it's just it'll come back. Don't worry. So anyways, so here we are. Round 4 against taking out the burning blade, but I know this at point I think I tried shooting over there, but I realized that there's no way I'm gonna aim, so instead I'll go see if I can maybe like if I can get like the front of my ship towards the back of their ship. I should be able to get on, because like at this point I've done my research, I've looked into it. I'm like, okay, if I can get on the ship, there's a table that all I have to do is press X on, and when I do that, I pledge myself to the burning ship, and then I am the captain of that ship. It's way easier than I've been trying to do it so far, as you're about to see. So, okay, so here's my mission. Or, here's the idea. They're turning, I don't know what that was. I'm trying to use this to get on there, and I don't know why, but I realized that I'm so freaking close. If I just get on the front of my ship here, I should just be able to get onto the back of their ship. We're so close, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm making a run for it. We're going on! Yes! We're on the ship! Alright, so like I said, now my mission is to find that table, and I'm like, it should be here. It's like, there it is, right there. All I have to do is hold X long enough, and I will be the captain of the ship. Unfortunately, there's a lot of freaking skeletons who are trying to prevent that very thing from happening. But I'm just like, if I just hold this, then bam! I just become emissary for the Reaper, and emissaries can earn increased rewards by reviving the target's rider and keep it on. Okay, hang on. Let me read that. I want to read that again. There's a lot of things just popped up at least. Okay, so like I said, I held X, and bam. No, I meant to press. Hang on, let me go back. Okay, pause is what I meant to press. There. Okay, so right click. Okay, so this. Stop that. Okay, so we read, emissaries can earn increased rewards but are valuable targets for other crews. Keep an eye on the horizon. And then we got 2 achievements. The first one says, the reaping begins. Be a part of a crew that votes on to raise an emissary flag for the Reaper Alliance. So now we're part of the Reaper's Alliance. We're probably the biggest ship of the Reaper's Alliance. And I pledged my crew to the Burning Blade. So now I am officially captain of the Burning Blade. And you can see all those. Yeah, hang on, I'll go back a few more seconds. So, one more time. Go here. We pledge our allegiance, and all of a sudden you see all these like skeletons disappearing. Those are all the ones that were attacking me. They're now gone, and every skeleton on the ship now is now a member of the crew. I now control them. Which means now I am now captain of the... yep, crew pledged to Captain Flameheart. I am now the captain of the biggest, the baddest. I gotta turn my volume down. The biggest, the baddest, the most awesome ship in the entire game. Nothing will be able to stand against me. I probably should be reading this. But yeah, nothing will be able to stand against me. We're now in part of I have the biggest ship on the seas. And then it says, crew of the Burning Blade. In the name of Captain Flameheart, chart a course to skeleton camps that are marked on the map and have their beacon... Stop it. In the name of Captain Flameheart, chart a course to skeleton camps that are marked on the map and have their beacons lit. Enter the temples beneath and complete the ritual. So basically what that says is I'd have to go back to like barnacle clay. You go underneath to the bottom, because I did this once. You go underneath to the bottom, you enter some ancient like symbols, and that's like activates that. Okay, and now we have a skeleton crew. Obsidian skeletons will assist you on board. They can fire cannons, repair and defend the ship from boarders. Built-in skeleton cans and rituals to replenish their numbers. Oh, that's how you do that. Oh, okay. So it was like the old crew just went away, and now I got the whatever remaining crew is mine. So, and now I'm renown level 2. So basically, after, and you got to remember too, this is over the course of like playing over 2 different days. I'm probably like 8 to 15 hours in at this point, just trying to get here, to get to the point where I'm simply the captain of the Burning Blade, the biggest, baddest ship on the seas. I need to turn my thing down a little. On the seas. And then once I got became the captain of the biggest, baddest ship on the seas, and remember, at this point of me playing, it's probably at least going on 3 or 4. I don't remember. It was 3 or 4 in the morning. It was really early. But like I said, once I became captain of the ship, I was ready to fight people, and then there was just like nobody. There was just like nobody who wanted to fight. I couldn't find anybody. Well, I'll just look over the house. Oh yeah, and turning this thing is like trying to turn a semi or something. This thing takes forever to turn. And so, okay, so here I go. Here I'm looking on the map. I'm trying to find literally anybody to fight. And there's the one guy. So I'm like, okay, we'll try heading that way towards this one guy. As soon as we go around this, what I was probably under outpost, I'm guessing. But as soon as we go around this, yeah, I'm guessing that's under outpost. No, it's just a big freaking rock. But as soon as we go around there, we're gonna try taking out that one guy. But I think the one guy saw that I was in charge or something, or they quit. Cause you gotta remember, yeah, this is at least 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm not proud that I was up that late trying to do it, but it took me forever to finally figure this out. It also made me realize, and the whole reason, and this is only available on the high seas, and this really made me question, after spending so long just to finally get the ship, and then not having anybody to fight, I'm just like, was it really worth it? Was it really worth all this trouble? Was it really, like, worth playing the game for, like, 15 hours to finally just have this big ship? I mean, it's cool with the ship, it's cool to have this really big ship that you can do all these things, but like, is that gonna help me? Because I only got one guy to fight so far, not facing off against any skeletons, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, this would have been really cool if I would have had, like, my own crew with me, and then I could, it was just totally something I could do too, just like pledge myself as captain of Flameheart. And then just try, going to Skeleton Force, completing the rituals, actually doing these things. If I was going to do something on the high seas, because like I said before, my plan is that when I'm by myself, 99% of the time it'll be safer seas. But if I was to do one thing on the high seas, it might be just this. It might be simply getting the Burning Blade, going to places to replenish, and then try attacking people. Because basically you have your own NPC crew at this point. And this is, I think, like the ultimate goal for, like, if you really want to get a single person, or if you really want to appeal to single players, but also like let them get on the high seas, then have them have the ability to have their own skeleton crew all the time. That they can just have their own skeleton crew, and so that they can actually like get in battles and fight other human players, but have their own like crew to do it with. So basically, so they don't feel like that a super unfair advantage, whereas like, oh, I'm a solo person on high seas. It's like, no, I have a crew. Maybe they're not as good as like a human player crew would be, but at least they're a crew, and I think that would just help out a lot. I doubt Rare would actually do that, because they're supposed to be like, no, it's a game where you just meet other players and you get other human players, and it's all about, PvP and all that, and I seriously doubt they would do something like that. But I personally think it would be okay, because this would make the game so much funner is that if I got into a battle and I at least had a skeleton crew, a literal skeleton crew, then at least I could at least try to engage in a battle and maybe win. Versus the other one where it's just like, I'm just gonna try to either outrun them or just run into them and we'll see what happens. So, okay, so we got 7 minutes left. As you can see, what I'm attempting to do, and this thing's really hard to steer too, but I'm trying to face off against these guys. I want to fight. I want to battle. I went through so much trouble to get the biggest ship on the seas, and yet I'm just not ready to battle yet. Or I mean, I am ready to battle, but I need someone to battle. I was so hoping that maybe like a skeleton ship would just pop up at this point and be like, "Aha, you're going down now!" But unfortunately, excuse me. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I'll let it'll float for a moment. I gotta get some water real quick. So I'll just let us, we'll just float on for a little bit and I get some water. And now I got a cannon shit. And now I got a cannon shit at me. Now if they had actually hit me, I guarantee you my skeleton crew would have took them out in about 2 seconds. But besides that though, like I said, this is actually where I was planning on ending the episode. This is actually gonna be like this right here, me being captain of the ship was gonna be like the end of episode 4, the end of like this entire saga so far. But it ended up working that way. Because I realized that, okay, I got Captain the Burning Blade, and then I did a couple other things where I basically just tried going on the safer seas and having a, simple, more fun experience. That was at least the idea. It didn't exactly work, but it was still fun. But at this point, as you can see, the people I'm trying to fight, they're literally in the center. So I think, and again, like I said, I can't stress this enough, that when I was playing this, it was getting on like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Most people would either be asleep or going. Even the people who are like late birds like me would, or night owls, I should say. Even the people who are night owls like me would probably be even trying to get to bed at that point. So I'm pretty sure they're about to quit, and we're about to run out of time. But I guess this is a good time for me to just go ahead and just like give my thoughts on the Burning Blade update and Season 13 in general, but mostly the Burning Blade update. The challenge for me to do it was really, I mean, it was a good challenge. It's a good fight. If you had, and especially if you have a crew that you can like try to take this down with, it's really fun. It's a really cool, interesting way to do it. But there really isn't much of a battle because all you have to do is get on the ship and hit X and pledge your crew. I really think that there should be more of a challenge as like you want the ship, then you have to defeat, the 30 skeletons or something like that. There's like 30 skeletons on the ship and you have to defeat them all. And if you do that, then you can pledge yourself to the crew or something like that. Rather than just like, oh, you showed up and pressed X, well, now you can do it. It seems kind of a little too easy for me. But with that said, though, being captain, but still, even if they didn't change that, even if it was just like, it's still like you press X, at the same time, it's really easy. I'm saying that maybe it's a little too easy, because if I just press X, then it just doesn't feel like I really earned it. It's like, oh, I just landed on the ship and pressed X, and now I'm in control of the ship. But I mean, I haven't really gone into it. I haven't actually tried like fighting it or like sinking other ships with it or anything. I was just captain, and so I really had to say I had gone into that much exploration of really what the Burning Blade could do, of going to different skeleton forts or skeleton camps and replenishing my numbers and fighting other things. trying to because especially like taking on like the Megalodon, skeleton ships, even the Kraken with this thing, probably wouldn't be a problem. I could probably take them out in about 2 seconds. Especially if I have a full crew and replenish the number. I mean, obviously with the crew I got right now, I probably wouldn't be the best thing I have to do. Like I said, if I tried fighting with the small crew right now, I probably actually like lose against the Kraken especially, and maybe skeleton ships. Megalodon might be a possibility, but so the first thing I definitely, like I said, what I have to do is go to a skeleton camp and replenish my numbers, and then try taking them on. But once you got a full crew, you probably won't have anything to worry about on the seas if you're behind this. But at the same time, you're now part of the Reapers, and you have to actually sink the ship. You actually have to sink ships. So it's not just like, oh, I'm about a big ship just because I want to be. It's like, no, now you're pledged to the Reapers. You are actually now the bad guys. Now you actually have to sink ships. And if you don't, sure, something bad happens. So... Sorry, I had to answer a text. So, I guess we're just trying to fill her, but at this point, I just tried to show you that when I use the Ashen Roar at this point. But long story short, do I like the Burning Blade? Yes. Would I like to... Do I think getting the Burning Blade is a little too easy? I mean, if I'm a single person and I can get the Burning Blade, and yet I can't get a skeleton ship, I mean, it'd be cool if you could do the same thing with skeletons. Oh, hang on. Here's the Ashen Roar. That's pretty cool. Which, now to think about it, it's pretty much the same thing as that Captain Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean 4. He had the exact same attack, just... So... But, so that's probably maybe even where they got the inspiration from, is that the, is from that. From Captain Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean 4, even though that wasn't my favorite villain, but we're not here to get into that. Either way, so yeah, so just to sum it up one more time, we'll just go back just a little bit because I just kind of want to finish this thought. But okay, so to sum it up one more time. Make sure I have enough time to do this. To sum it up one more time, pros of the Burning Blade: very powerful ship. You have an NPC skeleton crew, so a single person playing Sea of Thieves could actually like take on another ship and actually have like a full crew to attack with for once. And just sense of power, I'd say, just a sense of power that comes with just having this awesome ship. Some cons of the Burning Blade. As you can see, number one con is that it takes forever to steer the darn thing. Like, it's basically like trying to turn a wall. It's just like, it just takes so long to turn. The other one, I think, like I said, actually getting the ship is a little easy when all you gotta do is run up to a book and hold X to become a part of the ship. And there was one more con I was trying to think it was. So hang on, I'm just trying to think of what the last con I had for it. Wasn't... But yeah, con is too easy, and maybe it's just too many skeletons. Like I said, okay, the con is too easy. I really think it should be more like you have to sink every skeleton in order to be able to be captain the ship. And maybe Okay, I can only think... I thought I had a third con, but I can only think of two. But either way, I spent long enough doing this as it is. I know I've been kind of stalling the last like 7 minutes. Well, that's 7 minutes in video. I don't know when I actually how long I've actually been stalling. But either way, thank you guys for joining me for at least this episode as we finish up the Burning Blade saga. Actually, maybe that's what I'll call the episode after when everything's done. In the next episode, we will take a journey on the safer seas. Because they're totally bad things can happen on the safer seas. Oh, that's the worst part. I actually made it to Barnacle Clay, where I would have been able to replenish my numbers and all that, and actually explore way more of it. But I didn't decide to do that. I just decided, you know, call it good here. But again, like I said, it was like 2 or 3 a.m. and I was really tired. But either way, so thank you for joining me for this episode of Sea of Thieves, the pre-record, the last of the second video and the last 4 videos of the regular pre-recorded sessions. And I look forward to seeing you next